The video you're about to watch will no longer be filmed here. I had to say goodbye to this wall, and I welcome you to this place, Iceland. Hi guys, what's up? My name is David and welcome back to my channel. So, as you might see, based on my environment, I am no longer home. As I've said in my previous video and hinted at for a while before, I moved to Iceland. Now, there was this funny comment on one of my older videos, a person telling me that they know where I live based on the walls that were visible, but the person thought that I was living in Iceland. Well, I was not. So, just a PSA in case it wasn't obvious, I'm not going to tell you where exactly I live, and I do not want people to come stalk me at my house. So, for your information, all you need to know is that I moved to Iceland, and obviously based on the fact that I'm going to study at the University of Iceland. I am based in a capital city, yeah. There's not much else in Iceland when it comes to wanting to have access to a university other than Reykjavik and Akureyri. So I've been here for a few days. I moved last Sunday and I just want to talk a bit about how that has been. Now, I really wanted to name this video Settlement on Iceland because it's a hint to the actual Viking settlement of Iceland and, relevance to my channel and something that I will probably talk about at some point while living here, but not today. Today is about my own experiences settling down on Iceland. So, believe it or not, this is actually the second time this happens to me, that I go to a Nordic country and the first thing that happens is Pride. So last year when I was on my way to Midgårdsblot, a Norwegian Viking metal festival, I had a stop in Copenhagen and I had no idea, I did not look this up, and it was Copenhagen Pride. So I went there. Now, I already knew this, but this first week of me being here was Reykjavik Pride. So I participated in that. I walked with Trans Iceland because if you did not know, I am transgender and Iceland is one of the safest countries when it comes to living here as a trans person or a queer person in general or a human being in general. So that was really nice to experience a week after moving here. I've met a lot of new people already, so I'm excited. And the place where I'm at is not bad. Of course, it's gonna be a lot getting used to from living with my parents to sharing an apartment with my partner. But I guess that's adult life for me. Now, I haven't started my studies yet. Again, I am going to be studying Viking and Medieval Norse Studies here at Háskóli Íslands, the place to do that. I've already talked to so many people who know what that study's about or are going to study it or have studied it. And because Iceland is such a small country, well, it's a pretty big island, but not a lot of inhabitants actually. My old city where I used to live in the Netherlands has around the same number of inhabitants as the whole country of Iceland. So it's quiet, though not yesterday at the Pride Parade. I've never seen this many people in my life on this island before. And I'm starting to wonder if this is the best country that I've ever lived in to date. Because I went on exchange to Sweden to do some courses at Stockholm University. And that was very fun as well, but the university campus of Stockholm University is almost outside of the city and there's just nothing there. Everything else is like downtown, which is quite far away because Stockholm is a relatively big city. So if you want to do groceries, you have to go by bus. And here, well, Reykjavik is a pretty small city and everything is here. Everything is on campus as well for students if they ever need anything. Downtown is very close by, the sea is close by, and it's really peaceful and quiet. And like the first time I went to Iceland last year, I felt very welcomed already, and I think it's gonna be really nice living here. The only downsides are there are not many people, and while I personally don't like very big crowds, it does feel weird that sometimes it's just completely dead and you're the only person walking around. And also the weather is always horrible, except for yesterday during the Pride Parade, and today it's very sunny. But it's like 13, 14 degrees Celsius, while back home it's 27, 28 right now. So to each their own, and I think I'm gonna get used to it, but it's gonna be wearing a lot of sweaters and hoodies and fleeces and jackets and stuff. But yeah, as someone who has a channel talking about Viking related stuff, you can see how living on Iceland will probably contribute a lot to what I'll be able to tell you guys. So already I have acquired 3 early 20th century editions of Old Norse literature. Like, look at this. And you know how much it cost me? Nothing. They were given away for free. And this is gonna be a problem, I fear, because at some point I will have to go back home and I'll have like tons of extra books. But that's what university life is about, I guess. For some people, it's drinking and partying, and I'm sure that's going to be a tiny part of what I'm going to be doing here. But mostly it's acquiring books that I would possibly not be able to get back home. And yeah, meet like-minded people, be studying the things that I really enjoy doing 24/7. And yeah, overall, I just feel really good about what's going to happen. I still have to wait for a while until my classes actually start, but it's going to be nice finally doing the master's program that I've always wanted to do. I chose my bachelor in Scandinavian studies because I knew I wanted to do this master's program, and I'm still so happy that I got in. And honestly, like, it would be weird if I didn't, but it's fun that I did. And yeah, but because I'm gonna be here for a while, in this academic year I'll be on Iceland until at least May. So if there's anything that you want to know or see from me while I'm here, then please let me know. Of course, I will have a lot of topics that I'll just come up with myself because that's what this is about. But I'd really like to make some videos based on what you guys actually want to hear from me so that I can contribute something to my little community here. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will definitely keep you updated on my time here in Iceland. If you liked this video and you weren't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to please do that. And if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, comment something, because it's so many people just don't do that because it's not that important to them. But for a very small channel like mine, every small interaction helps me get that small, tiniest boost of visibility that it needs to be shown to more people. So it will mean a lot to me if you guys liked it, comment something, maybe share it with your friends, someone who might be interested. And yeah, that's it for today. I will see you next time. Bye bye.